So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put you out 2 cars at a time, space you half track, so hopefully there's no lap traffic or anything for any of you guys. You're gonna go 5 laps. We're gonna be looking at your best 3 laps.
You got that.
This is my favorite part of your kit.
Well, this is my dog's bed, and I had to borrow it because I am too short. Story of my entire racing career.
Good morning. How's it going?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm awesome.
Kill it.
Got this. Yeah.
I'm gonna go fast.
Yesterday, all of them were running this line so tight, and they've all opened up today. It'll be interesting to see their times. Colette looks like way faster out there this morning than she did.
So yesterday she was having an issue where she's like not used to heel towing. So she only knows how to like left. Well, she's more comfortable left foot braking.
Right.
It's a sequential.
She drives a rally car.
So they went from like improving to like leveling out. So that's kind of where they sit.
I mean, right now it's like we basically have kind of 2 to 3 clear front runners, and then
4 big pack.
Yeah, and then we have, there's definitely a gap on some people, but
I'm honestly really impressed. All the girls have shaved off a ton of time from their lap times last night. Yeah, super fast today. Everyone's actually really close in competition too, which is like, I don't know, it's really impressive. Thought there'd be a way bigger gap from like some people to others. And Michele, who also always thinks she's going slow, has like some of the fastest laps. So Michele is like a seasoned veteran in road racing, whereas Sara's kind of this like off-road chick who's never driven on tarmac before. We've kind of been roasting her on a lot of the things she didn't know. Like she's like, yeah, those painted things in the corner, like super slippery. Meanwhile, she's out like putting down super fast lap times. We're like, you don't even know what rumble strips are? Fun fact, we're not telling them their lap times, so they have no idea how they're doing, which is really funny because
Kind of torture for them.
what'd you think? Feel good?
I feel good. The first time before that, I just kind of like did what I did before, and now I started like doing more, like shifting in certain places. So I'm wondering if it's faster than yesterday. So I'm really curious.
So Kevin told you to just do what you were doing yesterday, don't do anything new, and you decided to do something new?
Maybe, but I felt like I was hitting my rev limiter, so I was like, okay, I could probably go faster in this corner.
How you feel?
All right. I feel like, can I complain? I feel like the tire pressures were a little high, but felt good. I tried a couple different things just because I haven't really had a lot of data, so I kind of, if I could look at those 5 laps and kind of see what matched up to the other ones, because I did try a couple different things towards the end.
What's up? I just finished taking the silver tar out this time. I don't know, I was last minute given another pad, so I added a pad in addition to the one I was already using. So in this car, every time I turned, my hand hit my knees, so that really, really sucked.
I actually feel like I progressed a little bit more getting better ideas of where I want to be shifting. Decided I don't want to short shift on the front straightaway. I wish I knew how I was doing, but I can only do as best as I can, so that's where we're at. It's been sick so far.
I felt like I was in a pretty big disadvantage considering I have a Subaru that has 400 horsepower that's all-wheel drive, never driven a lower horsepower rear-wheel drive car, and I love it. It's fantastic. It really focuses on me as a driver. All right, so just did the timed run in the Fiat. I felt back in my groove. I felt back in a car that I was comfortable in. I know I spun. I know Rathyna passed me. She's awesome. So it was fun. It was fun. I'm happy with it. I could live with that. I laid down a time that I can stand behind. I hope. We'll find out. But it was fun. I'm super down with this car now. I need to get myself a rear-wheel drive.
I probably shouldn't have, when it mattered, started to try something different. Yeah. We'll see if the time's improved. Probably shouldn't have tried something different, but...
So just finished my second qualifying session, if that's what it's called, but felt pretty good. I think I'm getting pretty comfortable in the 124 now, so I'm really excited. I was just telling the guys how I think I want to add on to my drift career with some time attack. It's definitely getting a lot of fun. I'm feeling fast, but I also don't know how to gauge that.
You get like 4 20-minute sessions. Like you get
That's so
forever
awesome.
to get
Yeah,
a
like
fast lap.
I like that because then I can like get comfortable.
Yeah.
Like you're not so nervous because in drifting it's like you're sitting there qualifying, just sitting there like, oh my gosh, if you spin on your first lap, you're like, all of this, everything, all of my hard work for the last like month comes down to this one lap, and it's like insane. Yeah, I kind of like that pressure, but it's just a different dynamic.
They're keeping the times for us once again. Come on, show us the times.
There's no way to say this other than this part's gonna suck. And suck it did.
We did not want to do the eliminations, and we were dreading it all day.
So to save you from something that feels like a reality TV show, here are the cliff notes. Suzy and Rathyna unfortunately do not move on. They were just a little bit off the pace. The 4 fastest girls continue. So on to the next challenge. So she might have read the manual?
She might have read the manual.
Yeah, she said she actually rewrote the manual last night with notes. It's pretty good.
That's not bad. I mean, I'm impressed on how much the girls were studying that.
I'm ready. Ready as I guess I will be. Oh wow.
Is that far how far up you want to be?
The pedals aren't that far.
I realized.
It's not a production car.
I gotta wait.
You know what? Hold on.
Okay.
So that's okay. Leave the power on. All right. The main thing is when you power it up, let it cycle. So it's got to cycle through everything in the center stack. It's got to cycle through the dash. Okay.
Gotcha.
So we're not messing with any anti-lag. We're running it in a simple cal. We're running in low grip for traction control. Crank until we get some oil pressure, and then flip down on ignition.
And I'm clutching, right?
Well, you're in neutral, so it doesn't have a neutral safety switch, but it's up to you. So.
Okay, and just hold this down?
Just hold it down until you get oil pressure, and then flip ignition while you continue to hold the starter.
Okay.
And then right here, I'm carrying quite a bit of speed, but I wasn't sure, like, oh, should I grab another gear? Should I not? Okay. Just don't be afraid to. Okay. So uncool. So cool. It's a sequential, and you shift with your hands, so it's just, it's such a different way of doing it. I've never done that before.
I just got to drive the rally car. Holy cow! So I'm having a little problem seeing over the steering wheel. Yeah, don't laugh.
First impressions, super glad I have experience in legend cars, because that's what the transmission kind of feels like. Brakes were a lot less than what I had expected. There's not a lot of bite in them.
Coming in, you don't have to be so aggressive on it. Like in the other cars, we're trying to find every angle, every little thing we can to get them to go and keep the momentum. And this thing, it just gets up and goes and is so responsive.
It took me a little while to get fitted. I feel like that's the story of my racing career. That is my racing life. Padding, and more padding. But once I got that sorted, it was great. And then I got on track, and I can't really reach the paddle shifters. I literally, like, when I started going, went for it once, and it just wasn't there because there's such a massive gap. And I have baby hands. Like,
I just want to get back in it now and kind of smooth things out, get faster. And now it's like I got acclimated. I understand how it works and ready to throw it down.
Ah, hey. Race car things really early in the morning, in true rally style.
Today's going to be another round of eliminations. We yesterday we went from 6 to 4, and today we're going to go from 4 to 2. The goal today is really just to see how these girls do in, in something that's a little bit unorthodox from a regular track setup, where it's not easy to kind of like figure out what your race line is, and giving them some off-camber, really tight kind of hairpin stuff, and also gating things in a way that's more indicative to like what you'll see on a rally course, where you don't have the perfect track out, you don't have the perfect curb corner, and being able to kind of work around all that. We've also taken the car and we've made it way more loose. So we've added about 10 pounds of pressure in the rear tires and just kind of set it up so the car's kind of really going to slide when you don't want it to. So the goal for these girls today is really to get through the course and keep it clean and and still keep it quick. Oh, we're about to send the girls out on track. This is the loose driving portion, so we want them to be able to just show us that they can control the car as it slides around.
That's where we're at, and Sally's up first, so we'll see how she does. Looking forward to it.
Feel your brake point, come through the turn, feel your brake point, downshift.
So Sally's out on track. I think she's looking pretty comfortable in the car, but it's definitely a lot to get used to in a short amount of time because we're only giving them about 1 warm-up lap and then 3 hot laps. So it's a lot of car to get used to. It's not really like anything anyone here is used to driving. Definitely a steep learning curve.
Oh yeah, last night it was cool. You could grip it. There's no gripping anywhere. It's like hit the gas, woo!
Trying to throw it before you get to the dirt, it handles so much better.
If you can't take it, don't come back, right? Yeah. That's it.
She's feeling it out. I mean, she's figuring it out. I know that she came in super hot. The commitment was definitely there.
Dude,
But I know that you had some concern with the brakes not being what you thought they would be.
I mean, you obviously locked the brakes up, so
Yeah.
you got to them. They were there. There's just there's somewhere between what you were using and what you used there to make them work, I guess.
Okay, just came off track. Final session, no recce lap. We were asked to just go in as quick as we can into this gate up here, and so I was focusing on that. Kevin told us top of 5th gear, or not top of 5th gear, he said 5th gear. So I think I came down in 4th gear and I just went as quick as I possibly could into the gate, and the car the brakes just won't slow the car down. They're just not there, but I saw Kevin do it and he said 5th gear. I wasn't even in 5th gear and I couldn't get the car to stop. It locked up.
braking quite a bit to try getting it to rotate. Got pretty loose, but all in all, was always in control. But the one time going through the corner by where everyone's standing, it was kind of difficult because it kept pushing on me. I couldn't figure out how to get it to rotate before I went through the corner.
So thanks Fiat, thanks Hoonigan for putting on the driver search. We all had a blast, learned some stuff, made some mistakes, and had a great time.
Honestly, this was a really hard decision for us to make. And here we are again, saving you guys from having to watch this part. We're just gonna cut through it real quickly.
But the girls were all really close in time, so this was also about car control, because in the main event, there's not much room for error, and we needed to be positive in our decision.
So that's it. We took what the girls did over the past 24 hours in the rally car, and we made the decision that Sara and Collete would be moving forward to the next challenge, which takes place at Gingerman.
Saturday morning, we just arrived at Gridlife here at Gingerman Raceway. Sara and Collete are here. We're just getting the Fiats ready to go out on track, and we're gonna see what these girls can do.
This is my first ever Gridlife event, so I am absolutely shocked and stoked to be here with the Fiat 124 rally car. We've had such an awesome time taking it out on track, really pushing the car, seeing what it can do. You know, this is a really high-speed track. It's a big track. I think it's about 1.5 miles long or close to that. So it really like forces you to feel out the car and get used to it. If you want to be fast, you better be able to carry a lot of speed in all those sweepers. Going fast.
With him, please.
Copy that, thank you.
Seen the event.
Got that one on already, sir.
So we have both of the girls out on track right now in the rally cars, and they're both shredding.
I pushed it quite a few times coming in and then got it settled again.
And really high speed, a lot of high speed connecting sweepers here, so it tests how confident you are and really lets you fill out the car. I like the track. It's really high speed. It's probably one of the longest courses I've run in a really long time, especially in TRC. I mean, most of our courses are half a mile to maybe a mile long, and I think this one's almost a mile and a half.
Felt so good, felt awesome. It just flowed, everything came together, everything we've been working on, and just kind of, it just all was there. The feeling of getting it together feels great.
Sunday afternoon, just wrapping up here at Gridlife. This event is freaking awesome. Everything here is rad, great people, road racing, drifting. I'm freaking exhausted, ready to get out of here. We still have a lot of decisions to be made on who's gonna move on to the next round. It's gonna be a tough decision, so stay tuned.
And that's it. We found our Hoonigan's wanted driver. It's Sara Price. We didn't want to give you any suspense, but we are going to explain why we picked her.
Gridlife, both girls were super close in times. They did really well, but ultimately we look back at all the events from day one, and Sarah's been consistently the fastest of the pack. And coming from a dirt background, getting into a car, racing on tarmac, super impressed with how she's done, and we think she's the best fit to move on to Mount Washington.
Yeah, and honestly, any of these girls could have driven this car at Mount Washington, but Sara was, I think, just displayed the best raw talent and the ability to kind of jump into something and get up to speed amazingly fast and be really nimble in the way she drove, and really anything we threw at her, whether it was surprises or unexpected this or that, she was able to overcome it and stay the fastest in the run groups the entire time we were doing this. She was out in the lead from the beginning, stayed in the lead all the way through the end, and really, you know, was the clear choice. So that's it. Tune in next time. Sara Price takes on Mount Washington.